Hello everyone. Today we are building a very simple but useful workflow which is invoice reminder. So basically we have invoice data and we will use due date. So if due date is after the today, then we will send reminder to a person that he is late and then he need to do an action as soon as possible. So for example, we have this workflow which is schedule trigger. So if I show you step by step, so let's first use schedule trigger. In this node we are specifying our days and uh, and we need to select one because we want to run every day, and you can select the whatever time you want. So after that you need to select Google Sheet where you have data. The method we will use is get rows, and now we need to select our document and then sheet, then execute. Okay, now we have a data. Next we need to see if the due date is after the today or not. For this we use if condition, and then now we will first also check that status should be unpaid, because we also consider the people which have unpaid status. So select unpaid, and then we need to add condition, and we need to also check the date. The date should be if it's late or not. So for this we use due date, and we need to select date and time. So is before or equal to today. So today we will select, so expression. So okay, now we have today date. Now if you execute it, you can see we have two items. So if we see, so the due date is 17/4. So today is 20, and so it passed 3 days. That's why we are getting this. So now the next is we need to calculate how much days passed. So for this we will use code node, and I will show you. So in this code node, we are first getting all the item from the array, and then we are using due date, which is from there, and we converting into date JavaScript date object. And the second is we are getting today date, and now we are calculating the difference between due date and today, and then we converting the, so we are getting in a millisecond, so we need to convert it into a days. Now we are returning all the items plus a delay day. So if you execute, so now we have column which is saying that the delay days is 3 and for 2. So now we need to send emails. First we will check that the condition that the date is, first we will use delays days, and then we will select that if it's less or equal to 2, then the reminder would be not too critical. And so if you execute, so we have one item. So okay, now the delay is 2. So now we send a formal email. So select Gmail node, use send message, and now we can give an email and the subject, and subject is reminder for due date. And now we need to select a message. So hi, and then use name. So it's a reminder for due date. So now let's say you execute it, and then message will be sent. So you need to also provide the email. Okay, so select. Now the second condition, so if it's less than 2, then it will go to in this path. If it's not, then we also use if condition to see if so. For this use delay days. So let's say if it's greater than 7, so greater than 7, then we will send high alert reminder to person. So also select Gmail. So we have no data in this branch, so let's cut it. And then you can configure the same as it is. So if I show you above, so after that we have two branches. If it's less or equal than 6, then the we send a email to this person and the payment dividend is action required. And if greater than 7, then we will send immediate attention required. That's that's your flow and workflow, and it basically very useful if you have need to send in invoices, and it will this workflow will automatically send invoices. Thank you.